everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I cannot wait until our youth fall kickoff party this Monday. For more information about that and to RSVP for that event, please check the GroupMe app. So today our Bible lesson is going to be about truth. And there's this old saying that says, the truth will set you free. And that's something my grandpa used to tell me all the time. But something else he said was, sometimes the truth can hurt. And so that's something that Jesus knew a lot about, right? He told the truth always, no matter what, even if it wasn't what other people wanted to hear. And so there's a lot of stories in the Bible about Jesus saying things that made others mad, right? It made the people mad. It might have made some of the religious leaders mad. And so they tried to argue with him to make him look bad so that other people wouldn't believe him, okay? And so one day, Jesus is teaching in the temple in Jerusalem, and that's where our story begins. And so we're going to be reading from John chapter 8, and we're going to start in verses 26 through 29. And it says, I have much to say about you, and much to judge, but he who sent me is true. And I declare to the world that I have heard from him. They did not understand that he was speaking to them about the Father. So Jesus said to them, when you have lifted up the Son of Man, then you will know that I am he, and that I do nothing on my own authority, but speak just as the Father has taught me. And he who sent me is with me. He has not left me alone, for I always do things that are pleasing to him. So Jesus is telling them that God is the one who sent him to earth, okay? But Jesus is not just making up whatever he wants or saying whatever he wants, right? He says that everything he said is coming from God the Father, right? And so we know that it's true because all scripture is God-breathed. So it is the truth being spoken, okay? And in verse 28, when it says that he is lifting up the Son of Man, he's actually speaking about his own crucifixion. And so a lot of the people weren't understanding what he was talking about. But there were some people in the crowd who they were catching on, and they were starting to believe him and want to know more and to follow him. Okay, so let's see what he has to say to them in verse 31 and 32. The truth will set you free. So Jesus said to the Jews who had believed in him, if you abide in my word, you are truly my disciples, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. What do you think that means, that the truth will set you free? Most of us have probably told a little white lie here and there, right? I know I have. And it's hard when you do that to keep your lies straight, isn't it? Especially if you have told one person one thing and someone a totally different lie. They all kind of start to mix together, and you're starting to wonder, oh no, who did I tell that to? Which person did I tell this lie to? And which person did I tell this lie to? And it all just becomes hard to separate, right? And so we are free when we are trying not to fool other people, okay? When we sin, we are not free, okay? So let's hear what Jesus has to say about sin in verse 34. Jesus answered them, truly, truly, I say to you, everyone who commits sin is a slave to sin. So when we continue to do the wrong thing, we eventually become a slave to our sin, right? It takes over our lives. It takes over everything that we do, and that becomes all that we know, right? And so if we want to truly be a people who are free, then we need to be a people of truth, right? People who know the truth, a people who speak the truth, a people who live out the truth, okay? And just like water and oil don't mix together, the truth and lies also don't mix together, right? There's no way to separate those, okay, other than not doing the lies, okay? The more lies you tell, the further and further away from the truth you get, and the deeper and deeper into the hole of sin that you become, okay? But there's good news, okay? There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a way out, and his name is Jesus, okay? Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, okay? By accepting Jesus and following him and doing what the word says to do, you're showing that you already know the truth because you know Jesus, okay? Jesus wants to take all of that stuff from you. So if you've been living a life full of lies, if you've been lying to your friends for whatever reason, or maybe you lie to your parents because you don't want them to know the real you, whatever it is, Jesus wants to take that from you, and he wants to walk with you in truth. He wants to make you a new person, right? A truthful person. Okay? It's not always easy, right? Just like it said at the beginning, it's not easy. Okay? Sometimes the truth hurts, and sometimes it's hard to live in truth, right? I know when I was your age, there was many times that I lied because I thought that these people that I wanted to be friends with, they didn't like me for me. And I thought that, oh, if I could just tell them a little white lie, well, they might like me and they might want to be my friend, right? But that's not how it works, guys. I learned something, okay? I learned something through all of that, and it's that each and every one of us are amazing and wonderful creations of God, okay? And no amount of lies, no matter how elaborate we make them, can make us better than the person that God created us to be. Okay, God created you specifically, and he made you to be a beautiful person with a beautiful heart, right? And so you already know the truth because you know Jesus. And if you don't know Jesus, I want you to take this opportunity to reach out to him. Reach out to your pastor, to your youth leader, to your parent, to a friend, and let's find Jesus together. Okay, let's reach out and let's get you to know him, okay? But I want to challenge you that let God guide you in truth. Let him guide your words. Let him guide your actions. Let him guide your thoughts, okay? Because the truth truly can set you free. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I really hope I see all of you on Monday.